Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI.
So, the news is out. As of April 2026, the very first Tesla Cybercabs are officially coming off the production line. Now, this is a pretty significant development for anyone following the autonomous vehicle space. It really signals a potential shift in the future of urban transportation. So, let's unpack the full story here. The information we're looking at today comes from some solid industry reporting. We're specifically drawing on analysis from Emma W. Thorne, who published her synthesis on LinkedIn based on the recent announcements from Tesla's CEO. This gives us a credible foundation for understanding what's really happening. All right, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is this Cybercab? I mean, we know it's in production, but this vehicle, it represents a completely different way of thinking about automotive design. Before we get into the grand strategy behind it all, we really need to define this new form of transport. Okay, so here's the formal definition. The Cybercab is what's called a purpose-built, fully autonomous vehicle. And that's the key phrase, purpose-built. This isn't just a regular car with new tech bolted on. No, it was engineered from the ground up for one specific job, to be a robotaxi. And probably the most radical thing about it is that it's designed entirely without traditional driver controls. So let's dig into what makes it so different. The first thing you'd notice, of course, is the complete absence of a steering wheel or pedals. This alone puts it in a whole new class of vehicle, one designed purely for what we call full or level 5 autonomy. But here's the other critical piece. It's also intended to be Tesla's most affordable model, and that factor is absolutely essential for what they have planned next. Right, and that affordability piece is crucial. Why? Because the Cybercab isn't really a product for individual sale. It's the core component of a much, much larger and more ambitious plan, the Tesla Robotaxi network. The whole initiative is about building a service, not just selling a car. So you see, you can't really think about one without the other. This vehicle is the key that unlocks Tesla's entire robotaxi network concept. The success of the car is directly tied to the success of the network, and vice versa. The vehicle enables the service, and the service creates the market for the vehicle. And Tesla is not waiting around. The rollout plan is, well, it's aggressive. The network, which right now is a mix of both autonomous and human-monitored vehicles, is already slated for expansion into 5 new cities within the first half of this year alone. This signals a very serious intent to scale rapidly. However, despite this ambitious vision and the factory running, the road ahead is far from clear. It's populated with some significant hurdles and a lot of unanswered questions. So let's look at the major practical and regulatory challenges Tesla must still overcome. This really brings us to the core challenge, doesn't it? Initial production is one thing, but achieving mass deployment for a nationwide service is another thing entirely. So what are the specific obstacles that could slow down or even derail this vision? Well, a major hurdle, as highlighted in analysis by Chester Dawson, is regulatory. Because the Cybercab lacks manual controls, it falls outside existing federal motor vehicle safety standards. So without a specific federal exemption, Tesla may be legally limited to producing just 2,500 units. To achieve scale, securing that government approval is absolutely essential. Another major question is the price. A lot of the market excitement has been fueled by a potential price point of less than $30,000, a figure that was once mentioned by Elon Musk himself. This would make it Tesla's most affordable vehicle by a pretty significant margin. But here's the reality check. As of the production announcement, there is still no official pricing information. That sub-$30,000 figure remains speculative, which leaves a major variable for both the market and the economic model of the robotaxi network. And there are other unresolved issues. It's still not clear if the final production version will be identical to the prototype they unveiled 2 years ago. Furthermore, the company is still navigating a lawsuit that stems from the marketing imagery used during the vehicle's 2024 debut, which adds another layer of legal complexity. So with production started, but all of these significant questions still remaining, what does the path forward really look like? What's the actual roadmap to get from a factory in Texas to a complete transformation of urban mobility? Well, the logical progression is pretty clear. First, Tesla has to scale production. Second, it has to secure those critical federal exemptions to move beyond any production caps. Only then can it meaningfully expand the robotaxi network city by city, with the ultimate goal of fundamentally reshaping how we move through urban environments. This leaves us with the ultimate question. We're at a potential inflection point here. Is the start of Cybercab production the moment we'll look back on as the true beginning of the autonomous era? Or will the immense practical, regulatory, and economic challenges prove that the future of transport is still a bit further down the road? Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, feel free to use the QR code to buy us a coffee, or you can hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. We recommend you subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. And please like, comment, and share this video to help us reach a wider audience of professionals. We appreciate your support.